first specific question. Could you just tell me about your sales background?
Sure. And Andre, just so I can respect your time,
Sure.
will this take about 30 minutes?
We might even need even less than that.
Okay.
If I was spotlighting your business, I'd probably take a full 30 minutes or so, but I can make it much.
No, no,
I'm
no.
essentially.
I've got a 30-minute window, and this interview will be for an article you're writing that will be published on your publication.
That's correct. Yes,
Okay,
in our print
great.
magazine.
Sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Can you tell me a bit, just to get started, about your sales background?
Sure. Lifelong sales professional, started back in mid 80s selling cars and did that, then worked for an environmental services company for 10 years, worked my way up to VP of sales and marketing, and then
Yes.
saw the evolving landscape of technology and thought, probably a good idea to explore that. So I took a Saturday class, because I traveled every week, on introduction to data processing, learned about technology, and then quit my job at a very great career with great salary and compensation, benefits, car, and went to an entry-level position at a reseller, answering the phones, learning the business for about 18 months, and then was hired as a regional sales VP for Boca Research back in the early 90s to really address the data communications explosion. And I did that, and did that successfully in information technology for about 15 years. And then about 18 years started the Sales Coaching Institute, because I loved selling. I was a student of sales and enjoyed some success, had a lot of help from some great mentors, other trainers, coaches, and wanted to share that with the world.
Gotcha. Very nice. Okay. What would you say is an achievement you're particularly proud of? You consider like a cornerstone of your career?
Find what you love to do and do it the rest of your life. I just always, some people say sales, no way, too stressful, don't like it. They have a misconception of selling, and I looked at it. I'd always wanted to get into sales. My dad was a successful sales professional, and it just always intrigued me. So I viewed it as an adventure. I didn't work for my company first. I worked for myself first, so I could build my skills and abilities, make myself marketable and successful, help my clients, and then help my customers and the company I was employed with.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so moving on to the subject of the article itself, regarding sales data, how would you recommend, whether it's for your own business or coaching somebody else, that people track their success and how they're connecting with their clients? Are there specific ways you would recommend to do that?
Yeah, I think the larger question is, a company Flintstones or Jetsons? Pre-pandemic, you had some sales organizations, salespeople that were aware of digital technologies, sales enablement technologies, but is there really a commitment from the executive leadership team, specifically the VP of sales or the chief revenue officer, to truly have a digital selling culture and process? Some do, some were forced to by the pandemic. And if you haven't, you're going to be Flintstones and not Jetsons. I'm a little older than you, I'm sure you know about the Flintstones and the Jetsons.
Right. Absolutely.
So everything today is digital, and the evolving, tsunamis that have hit in the last 4 or 5 years: big data, IoT, the Internet of Things, AI, elastic cloud, and 5G. So have you, as a leadership team, a sales leader, are you aware of those evolving technologies, how they're going to impact, help you grow and scale your business? And then when you have those tools, do you have a dashboard or a means to track those data points to make intelligent database decisions?
What are the most important data points that people should look for?
So I think you need to do you have a digital marketing budget that helps drive brand awareness, but more importantly, drives marketing qualified leads. That it's the greatest challenge for a salesperson today is reaching someone. We make up to, as North Americans, 35,000 decisions each and every day. And I've got research to confirm that. You get up, you make decisions, but when you turn on your tablet or smartphone, you sweep left, right, that's a decision. So as a sales professional, given that the biggest challenge is reaching someone in a world where we're getting 35,000 decisions, you can't even go in an Uber today without a flat screen pitching you ideas. Go to a gas station in Austin, fill up, flat screen. So how do we have a digital platform that enables us to capture those people that are interested in our product or service, where we can have pull marketing opposed to push? So 5 to 10 touches to reach someone today, omni-channel, text, email, voicemail, LinkedIn, and then another 5 to 12 touches for them to make a decision, a go, no-go decision. But 5 to 10 to just reach them, to have a conversation, to schedule an appointment, live, Zoom, Teams, to reach them to see if there's need or desire. But if you just have a list and you don't have those digital marketing tools and a digital marketing campaign where they can search via keywords to reach you, where they fill out a form, they download a white paper, something of value, it's really hard today to just take a list, smile and dial, email, pray and spray to reach someone. It's not effective.
Gotcha.
Does that answer your question?
It does, absolutely. Thank you.
And then those data points, marketing spend, what is your marketing budget per year, per quarter, per month? How much did you spend? How many marketing qualified leads did you get? How many converted to a sales qualified lead that turned into a sale? Then what is your margin? Determine your margin versus your spend, and it's relatively simple. But then having software tools that bring those data points into a dashboard, Salesforce, any other CRM, or a Power BI tool that you can, have those APIs into a sales leadership dashboard to look at spend, look at marketing qualified leads, and then get into your Salesforce or CRM to say, okay, John, Nancy, Juan received 40 leads last month. Did you reach out? Omni-channel communication, voicemail, text, email, in-mail message. Did you get a response? Did you schedule a meeting? Was it live or virtual? And did you present a solution? Did you make the sale?
Great. What would you say to a sales professional or business that finds that their marketing budget just isn't bringing in that ROI that they expect?
Well, I think the first thing, most organizations, their marketing spend or budget is 1 to 5% of total revenues. So first, do you have adequate marketing budget? And then if you do, and you've engaged a marketing agency or you have a VP of marketing, does he or she, are they using the right outlets, tools to get those marketing qualified leads? So is the spend generating the right amount of qualified leads that result in a compelling ROI? And if not, then dialing down your spend, looking at how you're spending. What is it, a branding exercise? Is it whatever it is? And is it generating the requisite amount of marketing qualified leads every month?
Very nice. Okay, appreciate that. Let's see. Okay. And how do you recommend that people use tools like Salesforce to find new leads?
Well, I think, Salesforce is not a tool to find new leads. It's Pardot is the marketing automation tool from Salesforce. That's the tip of the spear. So having a good command of that tool and having a marketing calendar that speaks to your prospects and constituents, and then that data, when the marketing qualified leads are generated, go into Salesforce, and then the sales leader and the rep manages that activity. optimize it.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Let's see. Let me just go ahead and scroll through my other questions I prepared because you actually got ahead of me, which I appreciate. Answered
No,
plenty
no
of things
problem.
for me. Let's see. Data-driven sales team. Okay. Allow me just a moment, please. I'm sorry. I was looking at questions and I thought, well, you already sort of answered that with your Jetsons versus Flintstones metaphor. Let's see, analyzing sales data. Okay. How about this? How periodically or on what sort of schedule do you recommend that a VP of sales, for instance, or any type of sales leader sits down and reviews this data?
So, as a VP of sales, the most he or she can manage are 8 to 10 direct reps or 8 to 10 regional managers. So, depending on the structure of the organization, when I managed a global sales team, I would have bookend meetings. I'd have a Monday all hands call, set the tone for the week. Then I or my, regional VPs would have weekly one-on-ones with their direct sales reports. And the purpose of that, it's not punitive, just let's take a look at your funnel, your activity. Tell me some of your stucks. What resources do you need? You need Doug's help. And then Friday, the last bookend, a celebration call. How'd your week go? John, you committed to these deals closing. Let's celebrate. It would be themed and go into the weekend on a high note. But the most successful organizations have the bookends, all hands meetings, set the tone of the week. Friday, let's celebrate our activity, what we did, go into the weekend on a high note, non-punitive, non-stressful, and then one-on-ones every week with your sales leader. And really great organizations have a daily morning huddle, sales huddle, 10-15 minutes, just to continue that trajectory and that focus.
Okay, that's some great information. Okay. And how would you recommend that these leaders evaluate information on consumer reviews or customer reviews?
Well, if it's B2B or B2C, I think, you have to be mindful of reviews, and you have to have a mechanism or tool that allows you a line of sight into all those reviews. So if there are positives, you can repurpose them or reach out to those customers with your loyalty program or say thank you. In fact, just a brief story. I don't have it on me. I travel most every week. I have the highest status on United Airlines. October 27th, I was flying. It was my birthday. Before we took off, a flight attendant came with a happy birthday card signed by the captain, the co-pilot, and it was really nice. That's what I call a +1. So it further ingrained my brand loyalty to United. Conversely, if you're getting bad reviews, don't put your head in the sand. You got to be mindful of those and reach out to them directly to understand and try to rectify that. Because good news travels fast, bad news travels even faster.
Right. Oh, true. That's a good point.
And many people cringe on critics or negative. The real pockets of opportunity and pockets of learning, sure, maybe with the great 5-star reviews, but the deep learning, really to reveal areas of opportunity or pockets of opportunity is in those negative reviews.
Great. That's a good mindset. Okay. And then this is a specific data point that I'm wondering if you could just sort of put into words for me as a layperson outside of sales, but market penetration, what is that and what does that highlight about a business?
So market penetration is, depending on the product or service, you have to look at some data points. The TAM, total addressable market for your product or service, with credible research and data points. How big is that market? Who are your competitors? How does this product or service fit into the current market or future market? And then how do we develop a marketing plan for this product, service, or company based on the total addressable market, competitors, and then come up with a marketing strategy in concert with those data points, and perhaps even a focus group.
Great. Okay. And what overall does that data reveal about your business?
Well, it can reveal underserved. The competition has misfired, and there's great opportunity based on the data points on total addressable market. Or wow, you know what? I think right now to get into this market, given the strength of the competitor, Apple, Microsoft, whomever, Samsung, it probably doesn't make sense to drop hundreds of thousands or millions, because it's catching a falling knife. It's a mature market, margins are low, it's crowded. Probably makes sense to do some more research before we spend any money, real money.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then probably just to wrap up, let's say I'm starting my own small business, or I'm entering a field as a sales professional, like as a insurance broker or something. What is the first step I should take to make sure that I can track my sales?
Well, I think the bigger question is, if you haven't been in sales, do you really want to get into sales? Sales is the highest paying hard work and the lowest paying easy work. And some people that are new to the profession of selling think it's part-time, golf, cocktails, trade shows, big expense budget, cocktails and fancy dinners, and big money. Those are some of the payoffs or some of the things that occur in sales, but it's hard work. It's very hard work. So make sure you have an accurate understanding of selling. And then second, research your company. Are they a market leader? Are they on their way out? Interview other sales reps. Are they happy, dissatisfied? And then, are you in a growing market? You could be the best sales rep and have demonstrated decades of selling success, but are you selling beta, VHS? Are you selling a technology that is just, there's no market for it? So, do some research. Look at, the sectors in the stock market that are exploding: technology, healthcare, e-learning, and maybe find the best one or two businesses in that market that's exploding that you can benefit and grow from.
Gotcha. Excellent. Okay. Yeah, that's some great advice. Okay. For now, I believe those are all the questions that I had. I mostly wanted a good background so that, I can present this data to our audience, which is more of a broad business audience. So I really appreciate your time with us.
So tell me a little bit more about your company and how maybe I could benefit from working with you.
Sure, absolutely. So we're called Reminder Media. What we are is a full service marketing agency, but our biggest products are mailers like magazines, postcards.